Aren't you supposed to be green?
Never pick a fight with thee who should not be named, especially in the summer.
Lord Voldemort?
What? No. Shut the fuck up.
Alright then, where did we leave off?
The Batman of Zer N.R.
Yeah, about there.
Well, the next page after that shows Batman bashing down a wooden door with a baseball bat. And yes, he is still dressed up like that.
On the next page, we see that Batman has broken into a tailor store for supervillainy. Okay, that's kind of funny. Well, after Batman hisses at them, he asks the guy who's been ordering the gargoyle jester costumes, all with Batmite floating over his shoulder. Poor bastard, seeing this, tells our wacko superhero that was Le Bossu who ordered the costumes.
On the next page, we see Batman looking over the ledge of a building behind the two gargoyles, who begin to talk to him.
Le Bossu, the hunchback. Hey, you said it. I mean, talk about coincidence. Will you look down at that down there? See now, that's what gives gargoyles a bad name.
Am I nuts, or did these things just talk?
You? Oh, you're totally sane. But never mind that. The bad guys are onto you. We can't stay here, Batman.
So either the drug cocktail that gave Batman the ability to see ghosts also gave him the power to talk to stone gargoyles, or Batman has just gone completely insane.
Well, hell, the way these comics have been going, I really can't tell which.
Well, on the next page, the gargoyles continue talking, and they explain that with their slow vision...
Isn't that a power that Turtle Man would have?
Aw, Boomer, not the Turtle Man display!
With that power, they are able to see the grids that divide up the city. Somehow Batman slows his vision to see the grids himself, which look like green checkerboard patterns. Almost as if Hal Jordan flew over, saw Batman acting loopy, and just decided to fuck with them some more.
While he's rambling on about this, Batmite tries to get the lunatic to realize that some very bad men with machine guns are coming, him to find the tracking device said bad guys put on him.
On the next page, we see Batman painfully remove the device, while the gargoyle jesters, Trenchcoat Division, move in on him.
Then on the next page, we see Batman surprise the group of heavily armed henchmen, still dressed like a pride parade, mind you, and beat the ever-holy shit out of them with a pipe.
You know, this would have made an awesome episode of The Tick.
At least then it would have been an intentional parody.
Spoon!
Look, I'm just a sidekick.
On the next page, Batman removes his costume for a bit and cleans up in some public bathroom. While there, Batmite explains that the Batman of Zer N.R. was a hallucination that Bruce experienced when he was gassed by Professor Milo.
So, was the case book with the Silver Age Batwoman hallucination too, Grant? Then for some reason, the last panel is, admittedly beautiful, but completely without context shot of what I believe is young Bruce Wayne, standing in the rain in front of his parents' gravestone, and screaming. Or did the artist have an extra panel and he just wanted to draw it?
I think it was in the script. Because on the next page, as Batman spits out blood and gets dressed, you see him flashing back to his parents' murder, then to watching Zorro. While he's doing this, Batmite monologues about how Batman thinks of everything, and apparently on the off chance someone would turn his personality off, he created a backup personality to take over and deal with shit until his real personality came back on. And that is what the Batman of Zer N.R. really is. I cannot believe I just said that.
So his plan was to make a backup personality in case this exact situation happened, and for that personality to run around and break colors, hallucinate like it's tripping balls, and bonk motherfuckers on the head with blunt objects.
Gotta admit, no one would see that one coming.
Yeah, it's not as if Batman has had any bad experiences with the victim's multiple personality syndrome before. Fuck this comic!
On the next page, we see Hans has finally tracked down Robin in a junkyard. Now that his prey has had time to eat lunch, he thinks it is about time to shoot him. While the big man is stalking up to him, singing a jolly tune, Robin calls someone to ask them for help, but we don't yet know who.
On the next page, we see Tim knock over a mound of junk onto Hans. Then instead of restraining and interrogating the villain, he just steals his bike and rides off. Then we see that the call Robin made was to Knight and Squire, two British superheroes. I have a sense that this plot thread won't bring jack shit to the overall story. It's just here to pad the goddamn thing out.
Then on the next page, Big Daddy and Not Joker are interrogating one of the gargoyle henchmen?
Where are the others?
Sheriff, dunno, should be here. Don't mess with King Kraken, Bambino. He's got no conscience. So I hear boss whose gargoyle's been muscling in on my gladiator's territory. That right? How you like it if Senator Fishy goes swimming in your blood?
Wait, these assholes have yet to defeat the Bat Clan or their villains, yet they are already carving up Gotham and fighting over the pieces? What dumbasses. Well, then out of nowhere, Big Daddy says, Henchmen? Henchmen are for wussies. Before stopping the poor bastard to death. Where the hell did that come from? Then on the next page, Wacko Batman shows up, knocks crates of guns on the two, and says, maybe I can help. Help? With what? Did they just forget to print half this conversation?
No, you're dead. Batman is dead.
No, he isn't. You idiots just doped him up to his eyeballs and dumped him out onto the streets. Why are you surprised he's alive?
Now on the next page, we see Commissioner Gordon at the front gate of Wayne Manor. Then he talks over the intercom with someone who sounds like Alfred, who lets him in to see Bruce.
So how's your boy, Bill?
He's two, sir. Drives the wife nuts, but I'm loving it. He's such a little guy now. You know what I'm saying?
Dead! Red shirt, alone on an alien planet, with just Kirk and Spock dead.
Then on the next page, we see that Gordon and Dead Meat have entered what looks to be Bruce Wayne's medieval armory.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Then Bill reaches down to pick up a black card which has a Jolly Roger wearing a sombrero on it. Then, yeah.
And now, a moment of silence for Bill. Then as Gordon looks down at his freshly murdered meat shield, Hurt has to get on the intercom and fuck with him. Good evening, Commissioner Gordon. Yes, I'd watch my step if I were you. Wayne Manor has been booby-trapped, courtesy of El Sombrero.
Wait, you mean that asshole in the luchador mask? You mean that you made a supervillain, gave him an outfit that consists of only a suit and a Mexican wrestler mask, and you named him El Sombrero?
They named the man the Hat. And he doesn't even fucking wear a hat!
After his conversation with Gordon, Dr. Hurt and the Hat have a bit of a conversation.
That's Gordon taken care of. Now, you say that Kraken's confirmed that Bruce Wayne is suddenly rampaging around in a suit as ragged and tattered as his mind. What do I care? I only need a few hours to prepare Arkham Asylum for the final act. Charlie will squeal, of course. He'll tell Batman everything and send him charging into our trap. Really? This clusterfuck is exactly what you planned. Did you used to be a screenwriter on Lost or something?
The rest of the page just shows Hurt torturing Alfred, during which he keeps up with the bullshit of him being Thomas Wayne and that Alfred really is Bruce's father because he had an affair with Martha. In comics, Thomas Wayne has always been portrayed as looking exactly like Bruce Wayne, but with a mustache. And this guy doesn't even wear a mustache.
On the next page, after Alfred tells Hurt that Batman's going to stick his foot up the idiot's ass for pulling this shit, Hans and the murderous mime show up with their heads down low.
Excuse us for screwing up the big gala tonight, Doc. But Perot and me, well, he ran rings around us. We lost the kid. Wow. I've never really felt so sorry for supervillains than with these two.
Yeah, they're not my favorite characters in this whole thing. Hurt, of course, just tells him get the fuck out and don't come back without Robin. As he walks away, the two only give each other a look that screams, "Ugh, I hate my job." On the next page, we see Batman interrogating not Joker. Gordius freight and packing. Roman god of war and weapons. How does it feel to be obvious?
You're a dead man. We know who you are, Bruce Wayne. Everything about you. You mess with Charlie, you mess with an empire of grief. I'll set my chicken centurions on you. Beaks dipped in hemlock. Wait, you brought the jackasses in Spartan helmets to take over Gotham and left the man-eating chicken monsters at home? You really suck at this, not Joker.
Funny you should mention that, because Batman then explains to not Joker just how much he sucks. You like people who think you're some brilliant, unpredictable criminal mastermind, like the Joker, don't you? Funny. All I can see is a set of uninspired tricks, a played-out act you can't even escape if you wanted to. The makeup, the vanity, the desperation. It's been a long time since Little Boots Calzone was the golden boy king of organized crime in Roma.
Charlie Calzone? What, was Charlie Pizza too on the nose?
Bat radio, Charlie. It sees through all your self-deception. It sees a faded old fool, hungry for one last shot at the big time.
It's a fucking cheap radio! You're nuts! You're crazier than all of us!
Yeah, if Batman thinks that radio is a high-tech gadget, then he really has gone crazy.
I don't know. On an episode of the animated series, he once scared the fuck out of someone using nothing but a sample of seawater. He might just be trying to psych him out.
Well, whichever reason for this craziness, Batman soon decides that he's had enough of it and instead works the poor bastard over with a baseball bat. Yeah, when you decided you wanted to be like the Joker, you weren't factoring in the bone-crunching ass-kickings that went along with it. Starting to regret that white face paint now, asshole?
Next, we are again at Arkham Asylum. Dr. Dax?
Yes?
I've been informed you've had the theater prepared for surgery. That you're on your way to perform a radical lobotomy on the new patient. Without telling me.
It's a fresh approach I pioneered in Belgium. Note to self, never visit a hospital in Belgium. I can assure you it will completely erase our newcomers' violent sociopathic tendencies.
Obviously, the good doctor thinks lobotomizing a patient is a bad idea. So the dwarf bastard just summons 3 of his gargoyle adjusters, lab coat division, to beat the poor guy to death.
On the next page, we first see groups of cars driving through the gates of Arkham. Then, the Hat, walking in being flanked by 2 of the minions carrying boxes of red and black roses. Just don't let the black and red roses come into contact with one another, or everyone dies.
Oh, Poison Ivy's gonna sue somebody. Well, on the next page, we see the guys dragging Jezebel in. Then the dwarf doctor standing in front of the Joker's cell.
Of death. I have brought your weapons, and Batman is on his way. He's not here yet, is he? I don't want him to be here yet. My nails are still drying.
Oh no, his nails are painted black and red. That means... I have no fucking idea what that means.
Well, maybe we'll find out next time. See you, folks.